the Application Lifecycle Risk Management Podcast, Episode 14. Why get certified? Last week, I mentioned that I'm working towards getting my MCSD certification. Several weeks ago, I received my ScrumMaster Certification. So this raises the question, why get certified at all? What follows is a list of reasons of why I'm pursuing certification. I don't know what I don't know. I know what I know, and I can figure out stuff pretty fast when I need to know it. So working without certification has been working for me for a pretty long time. However, while I was studying for my ScrumMaster certification, I realized that while I had most of the concepts right, there were a few holes in my thinking. Studying for the ScrumMaster certification filled in those holes. Authority. The reason I went after ScrumMaster certification was because everywhere I go, everyone has their own definition of what Scrum is, or what Scrum looks like. And most of them only know about Scrum from what they've heard about, and they know about it from very informal sources. Only one of them is actually certified. But when I was talking about Scrum or Agile, it was my opinion against someone else's opinion. While I was sure I was right, if I were honest about it, I had no more reason to believe I was right than anyone else. Now, with the certification, I have someone else saying that I know what I'm talking about. And since I got 100% of the 30 rather difficult questions right, I have a higher confidence that my understanding of the subject is correct. Fear. Now, this is the biggest reason for me, but after I passed the test for ScrumMaster certification, I realized that basically I'm afraid of tests. I used to say that all a certification did was show you that you could pass a test. But I've realized recently that that may have just been a cover because I didn't want to take the test and fail. So the reason I'm going after my MCSD is because I'm afraid of the test. So I fail. So what? At least in the process of studying for the test, I'll learn a few things. The worst thing that can happen is that I don't get the certification. Ironically, from that point of view, not trying to get certified puts me in the same, if not worse, situation. Not studying means no certification, and I haven't learned anything in the process of studying for the exams. Fourth, there's the idea of birds of a feather. I find it interesting that I personally only know one person who has their MCSD. And it's not the same person who has their ScrumMaster certification. So could it be that because I don't have my MCSD, that I don't know anyone who has an MCSD? Could it be that the organizations where all of the people who have their MCSD only hire people who have MCSDs? I know some really good programmers. Only one has an MCSD. The others could get it if they wanted to. They're really sharp. But are they stuck in their current position because they aren't certified? It's worth finding out. I could be totally wrong. Finally, the test isn't a joke anymore. For the longest time, my attitude about the test, as I mentioned, was that it only showed you that you could pass the test. It didn't really say you knew how to program or you even knew how to use the APIs. I'm not the only one who felt this way. If you do a search for why get an MCSD, you'll find all kinds of arguments about it doesn't really help in the long run. I think that's changed. And while I'm sure it might be possible to pass the exams and still know nothing about how to program or how to use the APIs, it seems that Microsoft is doing a much better job at ensuring people who pass this certification can actually do the work as well. So those are my reasons. What's holding you back from getting your MCSD?